Right, welcome to another episode of Bolt Action. We're playing a winter war scenario here.
Oh, yes.
Russians. Yeah, Russians against Germans. Obviously, James is going to take command of the Russians in this game.
Yes.
Narrative scenario. We're actually playing 20mm. So this scale here, James and I have a vast collection of 20mm. Russian front, we have American Airborne, USGIs, and so on. So we've heard people saying that you can play at 20mm. Yeah, gliders and stuff as well. We've got D-Day. It's quite a vast collection. I've got early war Polish as well, early war Germans in the 20mm scale. We've heard people say you can play regular bolt action without changing any of the rules in 20mm. So we're going to give it a go in this game. This is a pilot episode. Let us know what you think. We're playing as a narrative scenario. I'm going to develop a storyline for you here in this game. It's not one of the regular missions, one we've made up here for this game. But very much looking forward to it. As you can see, the Germans boasting Panther tanks here up against a horde of Russian vehicles.
Medium tank in the war.
I love the Panther. It's a fantastic tank.
Such a good.
It's going to be a test of the rules, a test of the vehicles, see how well they get on. They are outnumbered 3-1 by Russian tanks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, over 3-1. That's how we like it, though. And it's how it should be narratively. We want a low count on the Germans and then a high number of Russian vehicles. So for this battle, we've doubled the size of points. So it's a 2,500 points battle here, apocalyptic in nature. We're going to go with the Germans here. All of the units are veterans. We have an armoured platoon across here. There's a 222 command vehicle, a Panzer III Mark J, we reckon, and then 3 Panther tanks being taken. We then have a special weapons platoon commander, an officer and a man. Then 2 running these as heavy machine guns, and that lets us take Panzer Shreks here. 1, 2, 3 of those 2-man teams being taken. Then we have an artillery platoon, officer and a man, and then taking 3 75mm anti-tank guns. Pack 40s, weren't they? I think they were called. Yeah, I think so. So that's the Germans. They're going to play a defensive battle against armoured Russian attack. We'll take a look at the Russians next. So for the Russians, a horde of vehicles, we reckon, and we'd love to hear back from you in the comments section below, where this fits in to the war. So we're playing winter. We reckon 1943. So the Russians, as yet, still to bring out the T-34-85. We have 3 armoured platoons. So 5 T-34s across here. Then a second armoured platoon with an Su-85 and a regular T-34. And then a third armoured platoon with KV-1s. For the Russians, it's fine points-wise to run all of these as regulars, I reckon, by this stage of the war. The tank crews are pretty good, so you can run them all as regulars. No infantry support. So it's like a Russian breakthrough taking place, no time for the infantry to catch up, and then just trying to make an armoured blitzkrieg, almost trying to break through the German lines to exploit a potential gap. And the idea is that the Panthers are being sent in from reserve to try and plug that gap and stop the Russian armour from making the breakthrough. That's the scenario here, hence the amount of vehicles that we're running. So here we are, it's winter time. Across the marshes here, a number of access points onto the board. You imagine the German line running across here, the original line. It's been pulverised and destroyed by the Russians. They're then sending armour through in this direction. You can see a burnt out Panther tank across here. We'll just zoom in so you can see him. Love making wrecks. It just looks so cool. That's a burnt out Panther tank. So Russian access is... if they can go on the marshes if they want to, it's going to slow them down. But if they go on the roads or the railway here, it's going to be a regular road. So they can go on here as an access point. And then the other arrival point is along this road here. And then they're going to advance across in this direction. You can see there's like a semi-frozen lake in the middle, which would be impassable. So Russians are going to have to flow around their left, push across in this direction. And then they can come in across the other side. Germans will be at this end, defending across in this direction. It's a vast battlefield. It's double the size here. It's 6 foot wide by 8 feet. long. So playing on a large battlefield. And just to give you some perspective, as the Panther 75mm has 72-inch range, so it will cover the board pretty much entirely with its firepower. The Russian vehicles, they're going to have to close the range before they can start firing. So pressure on them to get in amongst the Panthers. If they do, then the Panthers will find themselves in trouble. So for this scenario, across the other side, 5 T-34s will come on first wave, KV-1s will come on first wave, and then reserve with the central T-34 and Su-85. The German armoured platoon coming in from reserve, pushing up, will be in reserve for this game. And then starting on the table will be the infantry here of the Panzer Shreks, and also the anti-tank guns trying to slow the initial Russian units that arrive. And this channel is growing and developing, and we've been backed by supporters, and it's greatly appreciated. We now have 3 top level supporters on Patreon. So big shout out to them. Michael Tonks, Chris Hutchings, and then Gareth Wallace has joined us as well. And what better idea than to put each man in a Panther?
What the
Yes!
fuck are my tanks?
No, they want to be here, I'm sure.
What the fuck are my tanks?
No, we'll go here this one. So we have these numbered 103, 101, and 102. So we'll call these out, and then the top level supporters can track their Panther during the game, see if it survives, see how many kills it gets, how many Russian tanks it can bring down. Oh yes, really good idea. So 101 we've put as Michael Tonks, 102 as Chris Hutchins, and then Gareth Wallace on 103. They can follow their vehicles around during the game and see how they get on, what heroics they get up to potentially. So that's the armies. We're going to deploy these, and then we'll talk about the points that are available for actually winning the scenario. All right, so they're not easy to see on the table. They're really
That's the beauty of camouflage.
They're really well camouflaged. So we have deployed the infantry. There's some hills across here at either side of the train track. We've deployed there with the anti-tank guns, and then maybe we'll swing around with the Panthers, some kind of manoeuvre like that. So a 75mm anti-tank gun is across here. It's just tucked in the terrain with a field of fire across in this direction. Then the other 2 on the other side of the board, they're set up here. You can see both of them. Again, I'll zoom in so you can see. There's one there on the other side of the tracks, and its view is across in this direction as the Russians potentially advance. Then the infantry is spread out, so we've got a machine gun team here. They're quite irrelevant in this battle. The Russians aren't bringing any infantry, but it's like compulsory choices you have to take to make up a platoon. Panzer Shrek here, they're inside these dugouts. Panzer Shrek here, just tucked in there.
Yeah, they're probably equipped with...
And there's another one across the other side. The HQ for the infantry is here. Another heavy machine gun being taken or positioned in there. And then that's the HQ is just in there for the anti-tank gun platoon. So for this scenario, it's customized. Russians coming on here, and then Russians coming on the right-hand side. Victory points. They will get 2 points for every Panther the Russians destroy. Big incentive for them to take out the German armour. They're also going to get 1 point at the end of the game for every armoured vehicle that is in this half of the table. So if they get into here to represent the Russians making a breakthrough and getting a bridgehead, they'll get 1 point for that. And if they're able to get off the board, it's 2 points for that as well to represent the breakthrough German lines. So different angles the Russians can come from. Destroy the heavy German armour, get into this half of the table, get off the table, and the points can flow in. For the Germans, it's quite simple. 1 kill point per Russian vehicle destroyed. So that is the scenario. I think we're ready to go. Armies declared.
Yes!
Yes. Germans deployed. First wave Russians ready to go. Reserves in place. We'll go on to the first turn of the game. So the game's getting going. We're going to call out some of the actions already been taken. Just to remind you, 3D printed tanks here, back to 28mm. These are from Wargaming or Gaming Squared. Link for them below. Their prints are superb. This is actually one of their prints that I've painted up. So they're sponsored here on the channel. Check them out on eBay. Link below for their eBay store. And then Aaron Allen's not playing in this game, but he is on the channel and doing painting commissions. Do get in touch with him for him painting commission work. I'll leave an email address for him. So if you want some painting commissions done, then you can drop him an email. And then for all of your Warlord Games stuff that you need, the link below for the affiliate link for Warlord Games. So for the Germans, 2 dice drawn. I'll just go around the other side here. So 2 German dice straight into ambush on the 2 75s. Makes sense to do that. And then a Russian dice here, and James has decided to bring on the first Russian tank. It's a KV-1. All right, there he is, KV-1. It is slow.
Run!
So, yes, it's done a run move. So there he is. Die looks good. So, with a slow vehicle, it's like infantry. So, 6-inch move or a 12-inch run with him. James is staying on the track here, so he's able to run. If he goes off into rough ground, we'll count this as, then you can't run, but you can move at normal speed, which will be 6 inches. The tanks will slow down. So KV-1. I'm going to open up here, ambush. You knew it's coming. 2, or test your armour here. We'll get fire with these 2 Pak-40s. So we're about to let loose of our ambushes here. Just to give you the rundown on this, because we haven't had a KV-1 on the channel before. It's got 3 MMGs, 1 rear facing in the turret, 1 coaxial, and then 1 bow machine gun as well, and then a medium anti-tank gun. It has the slow roll, which we've talked about already. It's also got armoured all round, so we're not going to get any bonuses for shooting side or rear armour on this thing. It's a beast. Mm-hmm. Okay, but the 75, the Pak-40 is not too bad. It could punch a hole if you roll high enough. So we'll fire the first one. Now, the first one that's closest to me is at long range. Okay, so we're going to try and hit you.
You're firing this one?
Yes. So we're going to turn the ambush into a fire order. I need a 3+ for hits. That is a hit. We are +6, -1 for long range. No further bonuses, so we're on +5. 6. Oh, penetrating hit. Oh man, wreck. Destroyed straight away.
Wow.
Well, that was quick. Okay. Smoke him up. KV-1 destroyed, and the other one can remain on ambush. Okay. Yeah, that becomes a wreck, and James has now blocked the bridge. So you're gonna have to peel off through here. It's turning pear-shaped for the Russians already. The game's just got going here, but Russians have taken their first casualty. James is a persistent fellow. A second KV-1 arrives. Ambush with the next... Oh, you can't shoot yet. It's me. I'm going to ambush you.
Oh, okay.
With the next Pak-40.
Are you in 36?
Yeah. Well, James will check for us. No. Nope. That's fine. 3 is a hit.
Get a 6.
No. Okay, take a pin. So James will return fire, needing a 5 with the main gun. Yeah, fine. So it's 1-inch template. James has hit 2 models. I'm going to try and do saves first. Staying soft. 1, just for the cover. James can roll to damage, the one that gets through, which is a 4+. No, because we're veterans, starting 5s, and it's +1 to the pen for HE diameter 1 inch. So just take D2 pins. James can roll that with the number of pins. Just the 1. 3 shots of a medium machine gun from the vehicle. 2 hits actually. I'll try and make my saves. Fail both. They roll into damage, then 5s. Got 1 on cruise slain. So we reckon, we're going to mark up 1 casualty. There's no further pins come in. We've talked about this before in the rules. We always listen to feedback in the comment sections. Any rules, just let us know in the comment section. We reckon you can't stack multiple pins from different weapons. And so therefore it's the the 1 pin that's come through for the HE. But if you think otherwise, let us know in the comments section below. 1 casualty and 1 pin caused on the Pack 40. All right, so a couple more dice have been drawn. The German dice came up, and we've gone into ambush here with the Pack 40. And we may well have a target. Another dice has been drawn. It's Russian, and the T-34 has dashed onto the left-hand flank, moving across here. We've been joined by a friend. So Michael Jones is one of the mid-tier channel builders, and just on the brink of getting into bolt action, and so inexperienced, we put him in charge of the Russian T-34s on the left-hand flank. So the first of 1 T-34 arrives on the board. He's elected to make a dash with this one, so it's gone full 18, making some pivots, moving across here. I think that's put you into range 72 with the Pack 40, and so we will therefore...
What better way to learn than to fight against the front line? Send them.
So we're going to go for a 3+ for a hit. It is a hit. Just checking here. So we have armor value of 9. We're on +6 for heavy anti-tank guns, -1 for long range. Yeah, I'm going to check that armor to see if it's side armor. All right, so it's frontal armor. So we're just going to roll up to see how well we do. And the newcomer is greeted with a 6 here, +5, 11. So it goes through the armor. I'm just going to check to see if that's it's massive damage or not. Massive damage is 3 or greater. We beat it by 2. So it's a straight up roll on the penetration table. And it's a 1. Michael's just placing the counters on there. It's a down order and 2 pins in total. But T-34 survives that strike there for the Pack 40. So a few more activations. Another T-34 bombs it onto here, doing a run move. Michael's trying to get a move on here because he wants to get past this narrow area around here and not get boxed in. Some German dice have come up. We've gone down orders on the Panzer teams. They're out of range, and I don't want them being hit here. So down and down on those 2. Okay, Russian dice has come up. Which one? This one's just turned up here. Yep, he's going to machine gun and then put HE into the anti-tank gun that's already been hit. Machine gun first, and 5s, 1 hit. I'll do a save here of 5+, which we block. Okay, so next up, 1 shot with HE. 5+. And a miss. That's it. 5 power from this one complete. Right, third T-34 has arrived, starting to amass these tanks. This one's done an advanced move. So out of range with the bow machine gun. The main gun, though, is going to fire across into the Pack 40 that's already been hit. So just a straight up 5. Missed. Shot goes past. So more Russian dice here. 2 more T-34s have turned up, these 2. They've let shots loose here against the Pack 40s. And scored 2 hits. Again, machine guns out of range. The furthest one over there has been hit twice. I'm down to 1 crewman. I've taken a load of pins, so one of the Pack 40s has almost been knocked out. German dice have been coming up. I've just been putting infantry units, giving them down orders, just getting them down here. There's no use for them at the moment. They're out of range. So just trying to keep them out of trouble as their dice come up. So we've actually reached the end of the turn. All the down orders have gone out on the infantry. Another hit came through from this KV1 here. So there's a cluster of tanks letting loose with their shots. Did you do the... Oh, the bow machine gun's out of range. It's just falling to here. Right, yeah, but the main gun, another hit. 2 pins, 2 casualties. We're down to 1 crewman left on each of the Pack 40s. They've been hammered here by Russian armour with shots coming through. Good move from the Russians. I think they need to clear those out of the way and then prepare themselves to go head-to-head with the 3 Panthers. We'll have to. German dice has come up. We're going to try and block the road here. So we're going to go for this pack 40 whilst he's available. And we're going to take on the front T-34. Needing a 3. Hits.
3.
A 3 plus 5 is 8.
Bounce.
And you're a 9. Bounce. The shot bounces off the armour. So, Russian dice came up. You men snap to action. Here, activating or attempting to activate 2 T-34s. So the commander's the one out the hatch. James has one as well. So dashed across. He's made it. He's got past the embankment with a run move. Pin was cleared. But the T-34 behind busted on morale, kept his pins and reversed into the ditch here. So he's out of it and taken a down order. 3 T-34s left, though. We'll continue drawing dice on turn 2. German. All right. So dice being drawn here just to catch up. A dash made with him, 18 inches. Then an update for the anti-tank guns. I'm going to zoom in across the board. So on the right-hand side is decrewed. We had to do morale tests from last turn and busted with that one. So it's been abandoned. The other one passed, lost a pin, fired, and then hit the KV-1. That one, yes, struck him, but the shot bounced and took a pin. I will now bring on a Panther tank. Yes. We'll bring on 101, which is Tank Commander Von Tonks. Okay, here we go. Debut here. First Panther to arrive. So Panther has arrived. 101 arrives on the board. It is Commander Von Tonks. We've designated him as the Panzer Ace. When multiple units have that, only one of the models can have the Panzer Ace rules. It's gone on to Von Tonks here. Panzer Ace is really good. It gives you +1 pen, +1 on the damage table as well. If we can get the hit, which will be a 5 here for the debut shot from a Panther. We all know what it's going to be. Hit on a 5. So it's a super heavy anti-tank gun, so it's going to be a damage or penetration of +7, -1 for long range, +6, and then +1 for Panzer Ace. So we're on 7, and we're trying to beat a 9. 6. Oh boy! Massive damage, so we get 2 rolls. Need 3 ups. Snake eyes! No! Whatever game you play, we're plagued by bad dice rolls. James celebrates, but what a warning shot from the Panther. Okay, we've got a proper tank battle now. Head-to-head, Panthers against T-34s on this right-hand flank. We mocked the 1-1, but we reckon that's the result. It's a knockout here on this lead T-34. So the way we're working this is the massive damage gave me 2 dice. That's correct, we reckon, and always correct us if you think we're wrong. Roll the snake eyes. Panzer Ace pushed both of those results up to a 2. And then with a 2, you go from stunned to immobilised. So we gave an immobilised result, but it also says if a further immobilised result is suffered, the crew abandon the vehicle and it's considered knocked out. Unbelievable. So the Panther has claimed its first victim with its first shot.
So he's probably smashed the tracks to bits.
Just wrecked the front of that
T-34.
T-34.
the crew, and then the crew just decided, again.
Von Tonks here, he can, we'll keep a tally for him. So 1 kill here for Von Tonks. All right, so German dice has come up, can't resist. So we brought a Panther on, or maybe not, need to do an order test. Oh, failed. All right, there he goes. So he's not on. Needed 10 or less, so failed it. It's a regular reserve, so it doesn't come on at all. So number 102 can wait for now. We'll move on to the next dice draw. A few more activations. Russian tanks on the moves. There's 2 here across here, 03 and 04. This one's got itself out of the marsh as well. So 3 Russian T-34s. It's moving across the road now. This one's backed off from morale. That's the burnt out commander there at the front. Then over on the other flank, snap to action across here. Then James activating all 3 of these. An advance order made. You actually got to do a morale check here, needing an 8, 9, 10. Passed, so that pin can be removed. Pushing through, down into the marsh, across here. And then James is going to put 6 machine gun shots into the anti-tank gun to try and finish it off. It's just one crewman, so it makes more sense to use the machine guns. Yeah, it's the coaxial and the bow machine gun. One hit. And I'm going to do that'll be a wound. I'm going to do a cover save, which we fail. Decrewed, pack 40 removed. Both anti-tank guns cleared out of the way. So both of those are now decrewed, destroyed. So that's good results for the Russians, clearing those two out of the way. Panther has turned up though. It's 103, which is our latest supporter at top tier, Gareth Wallace. She's turned up here to try and anchor the German left-hand flank. An advanced move made, we then checked line of sight, and 0 targets for us with him. So these have all moved, firepower's been resolved, bow machine guns being used, just with a number of shots. 6 shots coming from each of the vehicles, so causing some hits, so 2 pins, and then 1 casualty there as well, failing our save even though we were down with him. So we have pushed forward to the end, all the way to the end of turn 2. We've had a command vehicle turn up here, just parking up. Panzer 3 has moved, gone 9 down the embankment and across this direction. All German infantry that remain, I've just done down orders on those. Michael tried to bring on the Su-85 and failed the order test, but James brought on his reserve here, which is the T-34, and it's bombed along here. We're saying it can bypass this wreck and going across the bridge, 18 inches in total. Current situation, 3 KVs survive, reinforced with a T-34. They have managed to overwhelm the 2 Pack 40s, but in the distance on the train tracks over there is a Panther ready to strike. Across here, T-34s under fire, 1 busting on morale, 3 pushing through with the commander slain here at the front with the first shot, the debut shot from Panther 101. So we all head into turn 3. The game hangs in the balance. Turn 3 coming up next. Yeah, Panthers are brutal. There's
long range, less strength.
So activation here, advance. Can't run at the moment. The road's clogged up with the slain commander. German dice has just come up. Fire order here on Von Tonks. He's going to pick on the 3rd T-34. So number 04, this one across here, now falls into his sights. It's now 3+ for us to hit instead of a 5. Whoosh. No. Clang. Strike. +7. 5. It's done it again. Von Tonks. Massive damage, 2 dice. Double 5 is double 6. A huge explosion erupts here. Imagine the turret ripping off the top of this thing. But T-3404 is completely destroyed. And Von Tonks, Panzer Ace, claims his second victim. All right, so a few more activations taking place. James and Michael here, the victim of Panther attacks. So we've seen this one push forwards. Now with this one blocked, activating this one here, it's gone up and across. Shots from both of these, by the way, came in against the Pack 40. One missed, one hit. We passed some cover saves. We're saying it's soft cover through here. We passed 2 out of the 3 hits, and then failed to damage the model that could have been slain. Maxed out on the blast though, so 2 pins caused on the Pack 40. It's yet to be activated. We didn't go down. Next dice drawn is German, and we're activating Panther 103. He's across there. So that is 103 is Gareth Wallace. We're going to remain stationary, go for a fire order, and we'd have line of sight against that T-34 across there.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. So 3s for a hit. Miss!
I believe it.
The shot goes past. T-34 moving too fast. So a few more activations taking place. An advanced move here with the Panzer 3. Shot and missed across here. Then James has bombed it across the bridge with the brave T-34, just zoom in so you can see, there he is. Then that was an officer, U-men snap to action order taking place. So the KV over there on the bridge, moving up onto the bridge, fired machine gun shots and caused a pin and a casualty there on a Panzerschreck team. The other KV one, just over in the distance over there, fired across and took out the Panzerschreck team that was inside the dugout. So Russians focusing on those Panzerschreck teams, as they should, which is starting to close in range of that weapon. And one more activation here, or failed to activate actually, of this T-34, and it's backed up 4.5 inches half speed. So German dice fire order here, but out of range after we measured up. So that's done. A fire order across here with him, the one crewman left, and missed there against the T-34. German dice has just come out.
What is worse than 2 Panthers? 3 Panthers!
If we can bring him on. So Panther number 102, which is Chris Hutchins, does come on. Uh-oh. So a little bit late to the party. He's turned up here. So we will go for a shot here, needing a 5. It can be done. Of course it can be done. Hit 5. This is against the lead T-34s. It's this T-34 across here.
already killed the commander.
We'll roll to penetrate. We all know what's going to happen here, James. 4 plus 7 is 11. Minus 1 for long range is a 10. And then plus 1. No, he's not Panzer Ace. 10. And it's a medium tank 9. So that is a penetrating hit. And then we're going to roll here the damage result. It's a 3. Becomes a... No, it's not. He's not Panzer Ace. So it's a 3 result. If it was a Panzer Ace, it would have been destroyed, but it's on fire instead. So fire, the hit ignites either the vehicle's fuel or ammunition. The crew are driven into a blind panic, fearing to be trapped in a burning wreck. Additional pin marker, so 2 pins on that lead T-34. There's a morale check here. 9, not good, I think. We'll check this one. Maybe the pins are going to affect that. Which means the fire's going to burn out of control, or if it's passed, they'll put the fire out. We'll check this. It says we're just checking to see if there's a difference between a morale check and an order test. But it says for morale tests, all modifiers apply the same as order tests. So I think we're counting these 2 pins. And again, let us know in the comment section below. So 9 less 2 is 7. That's busted on morale. The fire burns out of control, and another T-34 falls victim here. Target destroyed. All right, so it's official. We have a burning column of wrecked T-34s here. Panthers causing havoc in amongst them. So we have rounded off turn 3. As we lost another Shrek team, didn't we? This one here was taken out. That was machine gun firepower coming from the other KV-1. So all of those tanks have been activated. I think James is wise. He's clearing out the trenches here, trying to reduce or remove the German Panzerschreck teams. So they're gone. Then the Su-85 came on across here, 72-inch range, An advance move made, but the shot fell short to here. That's the range. It's got to push forwards to get the range on a subsequent turn if it survives. We can shoot him. We're range 84 with our super heavy anti-tank guns. 84-inch range, yeah. So we have the border covered. So the battle rages on. The Germans have the upper hand. It's a tough one here for the Russians, but as we've said off camera here, you can certainly imagine this scenario taking place. Russians trying to break through, German armour at long range, sniping and picking off these Russian vehicles as they seek to push forwards. The battle continues. I think the KVs are making better progress. Good steady progress from them. Good machine gun firepower. Keeping the heads of the Germans pinned down and taking out Panzerschreck teams. Pack 40s have been removed and decrewed as well. So good progress here by the Russians. But can they close the range and can they take on these 3 Panthers? We'll have to see. Turn 4 coming up next. Turn 4, Russian dice drawn, and James has scooted the T-34 off the road as quickly as possible. Machine gun firepower coming here against the last of our Panzerschrecks. A hit, pin, and kill. We didn't go down. Then a German dice, and we turn to Von Tonks once again. He sees a T-34 across here, and we will try a shot. A 3 is a hit. We'll try to penetrate here. Oh, do you know what? You get a cover save first of all. 5+ to try and block on your tank. So one dice needing a 5.
Round.
5+.
No.
Right. A 4 plus 6 is a pen. And then we roll our results. 6. Another one. Pop. Target destroyed. Another T-34 slain by Von Tonks, adding another kill to his tally. So, Panther 102 activated. Fire order. Turret turns to go after James's T-34 across there. We're just short of regular range. That's long range. 3 up. A hit.
Leave my tank alone!
And a penetration.
Stop blowing holes in my vehicle!
So 7 minus 1, 10. Yeah, it's a penetrating hit. 6. Pop.
Stop it!
Another one gone. T-34 destroyed. These Panthers are having a field day. Activating a German. It's a German dice coming through.
If you get 3 in a row, I'm going to go nuts.
3 in a row, yeah. So Panther 103, firing across over against the KV. We'll just zoom in across the other side so you can see. So we're going after him, the one on the bridge. He's tougher. He's a heavy tank.
Yes.
Hit. 4. We'll work this one out. It's a heavy tank. I don't know if we've got this one. So it's the armour that saved him. He's -1 for long range, takes it to a 10, which equals the armour. Their armour 10 on a KV1. So we are on superficial. And it's a 3, which is turret jammed. German dice, first of all. Cleared a pin, fired and missed with the Pack 40, shooting at the SU-85, which has since been activated, pushed forwards, has now got itself in range. Not Von Tonks.
Von Tonks.
Oh, here we go.
Load the round and fire!
5+.
Yes, comrades! Do the damage!
Right, we'll figure this out. We'll see what is needed here. SU-85 is a heavy anti-tank gun, so +6. -1 is +5. Armour is medium 9. Reinforced frontal armour +1. So
Ignore the intimidation. All for heroics.
high is good. No, bounce.
Oh, no!
And the pin. So we've pressed on and finished turn 4. Panzer 1 pushed forwards here, shot and missed. As infantry not doing anything, they're kind of irrelevant here. James moving his KVs. I'll zoom in across the other side so you can see. They are just over there. One has crossed the line into our half of the board. Machine gunning as they go, causing some casualties on the German infantry. And that is the situation. There are burning wrecks, smouldering Russian wrecks here all across the board. It's a grisly sight here. Panthers dominate the table. We wanted to test the rules. We wanted to test the ranges, the firepower, and the effectiveness of these German tanks, and it certainly has been demonstrated in this game. 3 Panthers is deadly. Okay, we'll go on to turn 5. Panther 101, commence firing, and we will go across here against the SU-85 that's now fallen. It's got itself in range of us, but we will shoot at you. 3+. Missed this time.
Glory!
Panther 102, second German dice comes up here. We're going to go for same target, 3s. Missed with him as well. Shot missed. That SU-85 buried away amongst the... You imagine all the smoke, actually. Difficult to find the target. German dice has come up again, so we're going to fire across here with Panther 103. You can see James's command tank over in the distance. A 3 up. That's a hit. That's a pen.
No!
And that's a 2. German dice have moved up and round here and shot with the Panzer 3 and missed. Russian dice remaining stationary at the SU-85. 3+, I'm guessing it's going after Von Tonks here to silence him. And a miss. So, German dice coming up, we've been putting them on the infantry. Panzer 3 is a target now. You can see James's KV1. We'll zoom in here.
Range!
James is checking to see if he's within half range. He actually is. You need 5+ for a hit, James. James is determined to get a kill here against some kind of German tank.
Come on.
And a miss. Shot whizzes past. Panzer 3 escapes. James on the move, the other KV. Pack 40. Cleared pins. Shot and missed here against the SU-85. Right, second KV halts. Turret pivots. And then James is going to put it into the Panzer 3. It can be seen just about.
I stood still.
So still, no pins to clear, so you're going to need a 3+. Come on, James, get the hit.
Fire!
Missed.
Ah! Missed!
So we're on turn 6 now. We've finished the rest of the units, just German infantry, not relevant. First dice drawn is a Russian dice here, so SU-85. We'll try and hunt down one of these Panthers. Another shot to go into Von Tonks here. Needing 3+. No. Oh, you want to claim a Panzer 3?
James's KVs.
You're stealing the glory!
Okay, 3 up. Yes.
Ooh.
Medium 9. Side armour. +6. Side armour +1. -1 for long range. So +6 on a d6. Whoa, that goes through. That's massive damage.
That's 2 dice.
So that's 2 dice on the chart. So 4s will destroy that Panzer. It's strayed too far forwards and it has been destroyed twice over. So Panzer 3 destroyed, burning away. Russians claim their first vehicle. German dice comes up. Use snap to action, activating the 2 German vehicles. So it remains stationary with him. We can activate Von Tonks. If he clears his target, we'll push forwards with 102. So Su-85 in our sights, needing a 3+. A 4. Doesn't penetrate and a pin taken. So we'll then turn to Panzer 102. It will remain stationary. Fire order 3+. And a miss. With the Su-85 has escaped. So German dice came up, shot, hit, and failed to penetrate with a pin caused on the Su-85. It's on 2 pins now. And then Panther 103 will shoot and try and finish off James's command. KV. Yes. 3. Don't think so. So that's just 1 short. Again, James's armour saving him there with the KV. A total of 9 for us. And James's armour 10 is just a pin taken. Finish turn 6. German heavy machine gun slain inside the dugout over there. That's those 2 KVs activated and finished. Foul morale and down order on the command KV on the bridge. And that marks the end of turn 6. So we think we have a conclusion to this game. It's pretty clear. Germans dominate the field. The problem for us is KVs have managed to establish themselves just over in our half of the board. It's going to be hard to get to them. The Panthers in the longer game would have to push around, try and flank them. The other Panther on the road would have to push up and try and take them on just to root them out of the German positions. But we can say the Germans have halted this Russian advance mostly across the board. You can see the smoking wrecks of the Russian vehicles. We're going to play one more turn, turn 7, a last chance for a final exchange of firepower between the Su-85 and these 2 Panthers across here. And maybe we'll see if Panther 103 can get into action against the KV ones as well. All right, German dice, snap to action. Von Tonks will activate him. 3s on this Su-85. And it's a hit on a 5. It's a 2. Bounced. Pins on the Su-85. In which case we'll activate him and do the same again. This is Panther 102. 5 is a hit.
Struggling to penetrate.
2 again, another pin bouncing off the armour on the Su-85. Survived twice. Yeah, game over. Okay, so we fired these. We saw the results. The pins were enough for the Su-85 to fail morale, and it's backed up and gone down. So that's that knocked out, and that's the end of the game here. The 2 KV ones across there. James is happy to sit with those inside our half of the board. The Panther could go on the hunt for them. Realistically, I reckon it would just hold position, perhaps go into ambush, and just continue to cover the road. Perhaps the Germans would send infantry forwards later on to try and flush out those 2 KV1s. We'll leave it at this stage here. We'll give you a final score. It's clearly a victory here for the Germans. What an exchange of firepower it's been, and what a display of long-range firepower from these Panthers. What a debut here for our winter Eastern Front battles. So 6 points for kill points for the Germans. And then the Russians destroyed this tank, so they'll get 1 for that, and they get a point for each of the KVs inside a half of the board. So
Artillery.
6-3 is the score. So that's the battle here. We plan to play more Eastern Front games, but in this particular scenario, German armour reigns supreme. Units of the game we'll talk about. Need we discuss this one, Mr. Tonks? So, superb. The 10 case really impressing here. Russians?
Su-85.
The Su-85, yeah. He stood up to the Germans.
Ton of punishment.
He really did. Took a lot of punishment, stood up to the Germans. Shame he didn't get a kill, but maybe next time. Get a kill. Here.
Yeah.
That was a good shot. Yes.
Yes.
Well done. So, our first battle on the Eastern Front is concluded. Keep a lookout for more bolt action battle reports on the channel. You can support us through the Patreon page, link for that below. You can become one of the tank commanders. We can allocate you to units at the top tier. You can get your name in the end credits and join us in the WhatsApp group as well for the top and medium tiers as well on Patreon. So massive shout out and thanks to everyone that does support us. Hopefully we can bring you more content going forwards. But in this episode here, it's a German victory. Thanks for watching. Tune in next time.